Welcome to Uplink, where we explore the world of digital infrastructure, uncovering the technology fueling AI and cloud innovation with the leaders making it happen. I'm your host, Michael Reid, and my guest today is Ben Edmond, CEO of Connectbase. Ben is building the marketplace for connectivity, and he'll share his frontline perspective on automating how digital infrastructure is bought and sold all around the world. Let's dive in. Ben, good to see you.
Good to see you, Michael.
Connectbase. I know you founded the company and you're going big. You got a lot of stuff going on. I'd love to get sort of the data, just the metrics that you guys are doing, because it's sort of pretty astounding. I know you're doing a quadrillion quotes, and what is that?
Not quite a quadrillion. We're working
what is the appropriate?
We run a lot through the ecosystem and the platform, but last month it was 4.2 million quotes.
Last month. Okay,
yeah.
4.2 million.
4.2 million, which is a pretty good number.
Yeah,
and that's unique quotes. So not the give me multiple speeds, give me multiple terms, but actually unique quotes.
See, it could be quintuple.
It could be,
or something, whatever the word
based
is.
on how people roll.
Yeah, exactly. And so, what are you providing quotes for? So, who are you servicing, and what are those quotes actually solving?
Sure. So think of I call it the connected world, but the connectivity ecosystem that we sit inside. All things really from infrastructure layer up through managed services. The dominant quotes center around layer 2 and layer 3 services.
So connectivity.
Is the most prominent thing. Yeah. Ethernet services, cloud connectivity, DIA, broadband. That's the dominant. We also do managed services above the stack. So think of UCaaS and managed security. And then below the stack, infrastructure. So cabinets, cross connects, dark fiber infrastructure.
Yeah.
But the biggest volume is in that layer 2 and layer 3 connectivity space.
And so that's like, I don't know, there's a billion places you could deliver connectivity
There
to.
is.
And I want to check to see, all right, I've got this location, this location, this location, I've got this data center. Who can provide me connectivity to each one of those? How can I get a cost-effective way of doing that with a reputable supplier?
You got it.
Without contacting 1,000 different companies to figure out who's there and what's there. So presumably your database is just off the charts in terms of, I don't know.
It's a lot of data. So right now we have 1.9 trillion rows of location-centric connectivity data in our database, which is a big data set.
Yeah.
But we think that's important because ultimately
what's the key?
Trying to create a better experience for the ecosystem and the industry, data really shines the light on the next step.
Yeah. So, I mean, most companies would know where they are. We can connect you to X number of locations, and when you start to, and you're not just you're not just in the United States. You're worldwide.
Yeah,
US is big in itself, so there's like
complex
and very complex. And so then you've got all these locations. Then you've got the speeds that they can provide.
Yep.
And then you're adding
the products. So
the type
broadband's different than DIA, which is different than Ethernet, which is different dark fiber.
Yes.
And then the companies that are offering those different services.
And then it's different pricing and different models. And so then it's not just as simple as put the database in, leave it like Google Maps and maybe take a photo in a few years' time. It should be the same. I assume you're updating this.
You got it. So think about those updates. It becomes a very chatty database. So 1.9 trillion rows.
Yes.
But we update the database about 80 billion times a month.
Oh
so
God.
Just, that's the ins and outs.
Pulling this. Yeah. And you obviously want to automate as much of that as you can.
You have to.
Yes.
Just to get to the scale, which is why we raised money and built the team that we've built.
Yeah, totally. And so the benefit from a customer, like a company, is that, actually, it's probably not the company themselves that are going to you. It's probably the partners that are servicing those companies.
You got it.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
So we've been fairly, focused on serving the ecosystem that we're directly connected to primarily. Instead of taking what we do and trying to go to every enterprise in the world, we want the channel partners and the managed services providers out there to come into this connected ecosystem so they can benefit from it.
Yeah. And so this, we're excited, by the way, of partnering. So we've just joined Connectbase, which is really exciting.
I'm ecstatic. I love what you guys are doing.
Yeah. And it's what's cool. I mean, we've always been this everything that Megaport's done has been highly automated. So it can be delivered instantaneously. We've got APIs to go and suck that information down. And the difference is you can show that to someone and then they could deploy, within minutes. In fact, 60 seconds is sort of what we would say to actually deploy. So the ability for you to show the value that we provide, the cost that we can bring to that, and then I think the next piece is like, well, we can deploy what now? Like the answer. So we're excited about that. But something that we've invested in most recently, Megaport was really well known for this cloud connectivity. Right. So if you think of Megaport, everyone's like, oh, you're the cloud connector. And what people probably don't realize is we're one of the largest data center interconnect companies, i.e. like point-to-point data center. Just very simply, if you're in one data center and another and you need to connect the two of them, a lot of folks missed that.
It's a very important service, though, in the world today.
Super critical. And we've been building out massively. So if you look at all of our 400 gig backbones, which enables us to, in literally 60 seconds, deploy 100 gig between those data centers.
Wow.
So we're excited to sort of more broadly share that. And I think that's one of the challenges with Megaport. We're a small company, being able to get that message out to a whole range of different providers becomes key. And that's where we're partnering with you. And the other one, which we're really ecstatic about, is internet. We're one of the only companies we think on the planet that has totally automated the ability to deploy internet, just to make it simple and easy. That's where the simple and easy button. And we should be extremely cost effective and highly resilient. So it's like our value prop is should be the lowest cost. We should be deployed instantaneously, and we should be more resilient. So it's like cheaper, faster, better, something like that, which is usually
pretty good philosophy.
Is it? Yeah.
That resonates. And at the end of the day, internet is still the most popular request. It's needed by everyone.
It's like oxygen.
Absolutely. The world really does not work without it.
Yeah. It's not AI, it's still internet. Yeah,
exactly.
No, we appreciate that. So how many requests for just internet as an example? You sort of...
About 65% of our flow today is internet related.
Wow.
Which is meaningful.
Yes.
Up and down the stack, different speeds and feeds and ties. But 65% is a big number.
Let me ask you something. I was just thinking as you're sort of saying, a lot of telcos are terrestrial bound, like
absolutely
landlocked, shall we say, or even country bound if you look at Europe. I think one of the unique things about Megaport, one of our differentiators, is we've never been bound to physical assets. So unlike a traditional telco who would have to run fiber, monetize that asset over 30 years, we actually have the benefit of being able to procure from anyone, anywhere, which means we can land everywhere.
Sure.
So how do you see us from a global lens, or how does that, in your mind, think of us from a global perspective versus, I assume every country you're trying to find the local carrier in that region. So we have, is that something unique or something different?
It is, and it's really marrying up the need, with simplicity, better, faster, cheaper concept that you have wherever that user is. Because ultimately, people are still where they are.
Yes.
We can't box them up and stick them inside the data center. So they're going to be geographically diverse.
Yes.
But getting that same experience, getting access to the right things is important to them.
Yeah.
And, you look at the activity inside of our platform across our ecosystem with, hundreds of partners, putting in all these solutions, and 65% of the time it's internet. Those internet needs are, globally dispersed all over the place.
Yeah. Oh, it's cool. We launched internet not that long ago. We've had an internet product for a while, but and funny enough, it's such a simple thing for us to add. It's technically complicated in terms of delivering the automation, but that solution is sort of an obvious solution for us to land in. We've seen it's just exploding for us. And so...
and it opens the door to more too, though. Once you land with an internet product, then you start understanding, well, hey, there's needs to connect the data centers together. There's needs to connect to the cloud.
Well, the Megaport is when... I always laugh. It's like the Megaport is like if you're an Uber driver... And someone said, I need a Megaport. It's like the equivalent of delivering you a wheel when all you need is actually, you want to get from A to B. The port is like the wheel, but the interesting part, it's an important part of that process. So if you just got internet from us, as an example, the interesting thing is it comes with a wheel, which is the port. And that port then says, all right, you could just use that for internet, or for us, you could say, all right, mass connectivity to cloud, or we could go data center to data center to connects, or you could start to land with the ecosystem. So you could connect, say, to Cloudflare or something that's important to you, or Salesforce, or it's to any of these GPU as a service providers and so on and so forth. So it's like one port, a billion trillion different options in terms of what you do with it, but it could just start with internet, and that's where it scales. So we're excited about that sort of land, and then the opportunity to go back and say, did you know? Did you know you could do more with that?
Yeah, that's part of our philosophy on that. Did you know? We believe, if you're digital and you put the tools in people's hands in their framework of how they work, good things happen.
Yeah.
So what we're trying to do is extend that great experience that you guys deliver into the way partners work.
Yes.
And by doing so, we think we're just going to open up more opportunities for them.
Yeah. I say this a lot. Like one of we see, everyone says, isn't Megaport like a no-brainer? And I'm like, it is. I always say there's two types of companies out there. There are those customers that have heard of Megaport, and they are a customer.
Yep.
And there's that group of companies, and then there just are the rest that have never heard of Megaport. Because everyone that's heard of Megaport, we can solve a critical a need for every company on the planet, pretty much. And if you've heard of us, we're so simple, so easy, so cost-effective, so much more resilient, and instantaneously deployable. You're like, why would you never do that?
Right.
Our challenge is we're this tiny company with 300 people that live in 26 different countries around the world. So our scale is tricky. So the partnership
in a world of trillions of dollars, and lots of things out there,
and God knows how much. Yeah, I mean, we're a small sales team in comparison.
Right.
So leveraging your platform is really exciting for us because we get an ability to hopefully make people aware of what we can do. Just to solve the simple things, and if they're aware of what Megaport can deliver for them, hopefully we have more of the same, which is like, oh, we found you. I didn't know you could do that. Oh my God, this is such a no-brainer. I'm so glad you're here, sort of thing.
Yeah, when you show up and you're able to participate, then it just makes it easier to then go and say, this is what we do. And it becomes that aha moment that triggers a relationship, which is our goal.
And so what are you guys doing? What's the future of Connectbase? What's next for you? More quadrillions of more data?
Definitely data. I'm a data nerd at heart, and I believe it's the foundation for where AI is going to take us. It's going to be the foundation for great experiences for our partners like yourself. So data is going to be, a foundational element along the journey. We really want to help, transform that buying and selling experience across the ecosystem and continue to bring depth and scope to that around the world. So you'll see us, push deeper into Asia Pac. Europe is our fastest growing region in the world right now, and we'll continue to expand there. But,
you are already so dominant in the United States.
Yeah, in the United States, we started here. We've penetrated big, medium, small, partners, rural broadband, up and down the stack, data centers, all kinds of different things. And we're trying to replicate that around the world.
And the channel model in the US is different. And it's much everywhere else, actually.
And it's growing and it's expanding globally. So
is that right? You're starting to see this sort of agent model.
And we're seeing the US agents themselves, they call them TSBs and TSDs today. Back when I started, it was agents that they were called. But they've been, bought by private equity. They've received lots of investments.
Scaling.
And part of that scaling motion is to open up Australia, move into Europe, and extend around the world.
And I think it's actually different. The whole sort of the way in which the compensation works is so different in the US, but it's probably going to change. So I'd say that model starts to blend more globally, push out, because it makes sense.
And you start looking at what is a partner.
Yeah.
A partner can mean lots of different things, both within the US, but around the world.
Yes.
The traditional agency model, the systems integrators, the VARs, the distributors, and they're all blending together into this concept of channel.
Yes.
And the concept of channel is really important today.
And then the first thing is it's a global world, and they need to work out how they can get these services where, and you need a really simple button as opposed to contacting 50 different carriers in every different country to find out a quote that's not real, that's not right. And that's where you
need it when you need it.
Yeah.
You need it the way you need it.
Yes.
And you need it simple.
Yes.
And if you can do those three things over and over again and add value in a consistent way, it's a really great time to be in this space.
Yeah, that's super cool. It's an exciting business, and we appreciate the partnership. So we're looking forward to going big with you this year.
I'm excited.
Rolled out. I think we're live. What's happening?
We're a couple weeks away from
Perfect.
live.
We're going to pull the trigger.
We're going to make it happen and open it up to the partners around the world.
And I know you've got a big event coming up as well.
We do. September 3rd through the 5th in Chicago in the US. We're having our Connected World Live event.
Awesome.
We'll have over 600 at the event. It's a fantastic learning and relationship building opportunity.
You first founder of this company. How on earth did you come to create this thing? Or did you get sick of asking people for quotes? How did this thing come about?
It's really the origin of the business started from my own experience. I started in this industry in the mid-90s with a company called MCI.
Yeah. WorldCom
was before WorldCom was MCI.
Yes.
I was in sales.
So you went through the dot-com era, and then you go through the AI era.
Crazy times. Went through the cell tower.
Oh yes,
boom and bust. COVID, all kinds of different things.
Yes.
I learned a lot of lessons from building big fiber infrastructure. Had a buy-side experience with global capacity around aggregation of networks and consuming, and I married those experiences up to recognize that this industry was trading a lot on spreadsheets, sending emails back and forth, and having missed experiences around
and probably hasn't changed in the last 30 years.
Decades.
Yeah, maybe longer. Yeah.
And, I had good outcomes, very good outcomes at my past experiences, but I wanted to solve something for the industry. And I decided to do that in 2015.
Yeah. Well, you're sort of becoming the oracle for it all. It's like the one, what do you call that? The one.
I'm going to have to remember that one.
That. The single source of truth.
Single source of truth is part of the mission.
Yeah.
We want that location truth, we call it.
Yes.
Who has what, where, and can do the best job for whatever is needed to do the best job.
With the most updated pricing. And, you may want to run a promotion, or you may want to change the pricing rapidly, and it needs to be disseminated everywhere without everyone's spreadsheet.
We're really trying to push the concept of attribution, which is what I started from the beginning, because, price is absolutely important to get and surface, but people might need it in 60 seconds. People might need a certain level of service, and those attributions are part of the decision-making process.
I see. So you're saying, do you show the time it would take to do something?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are we the first to just turn up with 60 seconds?
You are the first one, which is pretty cool.
Did you have that written there before? Was it used to be how many days, and now you got to put seconds?
It goes to a timestamp.
Yeah, that's right.
Real time now,
instantaneous. Oh, that's cool.
It's pretty exciting. I love what you're doing.
I appreciate it. Thank you.